Truth, the hardest choice, the greatest strength. A poem that teaches courage, honesty, and healing. In a world full of noise and fear, truth still matters. Let's discover why speaking the truth takes heart and builds lives. What's harder, telling the truth or living with a lie? The truth can feel like a mountain on your chest, but one moment of honesty can save a lifetime of regret. This poem isn't just about words, it's about courage, pain, and the power of doing what's right. Welcome to English for All. In this video, we're diving into a beautiful poem about truth, something so simple, yet so powerful. Telling the truth isn't always easy. Sometimes it feels scary. Sometimes it feels impossible. But the truth can heal hearts, fix broken trust, and bring peace to your mind. Let's understand this poem together, line by line, in simple words, with real feelings. The poem begins with these lines. Sometimes the truth we are tempted to hide due to our guilt or just simple pride. This stanza explains the inner battle we all face. We know the truth, but we still try to hide it. Why? Because we are often tempted, which means we feel a strong pull to avoid saying it out loud. And that temptation comes from two powerful emotions. Guilt, the heavy feeling inside when we know we've done something wrong. It makes us afraid to admit our mistakes. Pride, the feeling that stops us from looking weak or wrong in front of others. We want to protect our image, so instead of being honest, we stay quiet or change the story or even lie. But the truth doesn't disappear. It stays inside us, building pressure and fear. This stanza reminds us that hiding the truth may seem easier, but it never brings peace. Facing the truth, even when it's hard, is the first step toward freedom and trust. Next, the poem says, an exaggeration may lead to a lie. Those that affected may break down and cry. This stanza warns us about something that might seem small, exaggeration, but can turn into something big, a lie. Exaggeration means adding extra details or stretching the truth to make something sound more exciting, important, or dramatic than it really is. For example, saying, I did everything, when you only helped a little. At first, it may seem harmless, but slowly that little exaggeration becomes a full lie. And when people find out the truth, especially those who believed us, they feel hurt, disappointed, or even betrayed. They may break down and cry, not just because we lied, but because they trusted us, and we broke that trust. Even small untruths can cause big pain. When we twist the truth for attention or pride, we risk hurting the hearts of people who care about us. The poem continues. When honesty we try to avoid, relationships are often destroyed. This stanza talks about the damage that happens when we avoid being honest. Honesty means telling the truth even when it's hard. But when we try to avoid honesty, we are choosing lies, silence, or half-truths. And the cost of that choice, relationships begin to break. Whether it's with a parent, a best friend, a teacher, or even a stranger, trust is what keeps relationships alive. Without honesty, there's no trust. And without trust, there's no real connection. A single lie may seem small, but over time, those little lies grow into walls that separate people who once cared about each other. Avoiding honesty may protect us for a moment, but it can destroy what we value most, our relationships. The poem also reflects with these lines, our intentions are not to distress. The only solution is to genuinely confess. Sometimes we don't lie because we want to hurt others. Our intentions, which means our inner purpose, may not be bad. We might lie to avoid making someone sad, angry, or disappointed. We tell ourselves, I just didn't want to upset them. But even if we don't intend to hurt, the result is still the same. Lies cause pain. They break trust. They create distance. That's why the poem says the only solution is to genuinely confess. To confess means to tell the truth honestly from the heart. When we genuinely confess, not just to escape punishment, but because it's the right thing, we begin to heal the hurt we've caused. And most importantly, we heal ourselves. Because living with truth brings peace, but hiding lies brings fear, guilt, and restlessness. The poem stresses, if we continue wrong ways, we shall never gain trust. For healthy relationships, it's an absolute must. If we keep doing wrong things again and again, especially lying or hiding the truth, people will stop trusting us. Continue wrong ways means repeating the same mistakes without trying to improve. Trust is when people believe in you, rely on you, and feel safe with you. And for any healthy relationship, whether it's with parents, friends, teachers, or anyone, trust is everything. Without trust, even the closest bond can break. Once trust is lost, it's very hard to rebuild. Honesty is not optional, it's a must. Just like food is necessary for the body, trust is necessary for the heart of every relationship. It goes on with, when we have done wrong, we should be truthful and frank. People will appreciate, and in the end they will thank. Making mistakes is part of being human, but what truly matters is what we do after the mistake. Truthful means being honest, not hiding the truth, not covering it up. Frank means being open and clear, saying things directly without fear or lies. When we take responsibility and admit our wrongs, others may be surprised at first, but deep inside, they will respect us even more. Because it takes real courage to be honest, especially when we know we've done something wrong. People may not thank you immediately, but in time, they'll remember your honesty. They'll appreciate your truth more than 1,000 excuses. Now let's apply this poem to real life. At school, if you make a mistake during a test or forget homework, admit it. Your teacher may scold you lightly, but will respect your honesty. With friends, if you accidentally hurt your friend or share their secret, tell the truth. Apologizing can save the friendship. At home, if you break something or lie to your parents, confess it. They may get upset for a moment, but they'll love you more for being truthful. At work or later in life, taking responsibility for your actions builds your image as a reliable, mature person. It opens doors to trust and respect. The message is clear. Be truthful in life. Truth builds trust, saves relationships, and brings peace inside. People who speak the truth are respected, trusted, and feel good inside. The poem ends with a powerful reminder. The truth may hurt for a moment, but a lie hurts forever. Be brave enough to speak the truth, because honesty never goes out of style. Thank you for learning with English for All. If this video made you think or feel something, help others too. Like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful lessons.